So welcome to this month's sing-along of American classic songs that celebrate the story of early American life, including Thanksgiving, the gay 90s, and the roaring 20s. Woohoo! So the image here is titled Parlor Musicians, circa 1890, and was featured on the Ken Burns documentary on PBS that was about the roots of country music parlor songs when people sat around the piano and sang songs in the parlor to entertain themselves, yeah? Pre-TV and all that kind of stuff. The image here is the cover of my reference book titled The American Song Treasury by Theodore Ralph. This is the source for the music, lyrics, and stories behind the songs for 100 all-time favorites spanning America's colonial days to the 20th century. From hymns sung in the 1620s to working songs that boosted morale and more, these songs reflect the old sing-along tradition that remains important in American life. Tin Pan Alley refers to the physical location of the New York-centered music publishers and songwriters who dominated the popular music of the United States in the early 19th century and early 20th century. Referred to as the birth of American popular music, songs produced here were called Tin Pan Alley songs. In March 2019, New York City's Landmarks Preservation Commission designated 5 historic buildings on West 28th Street in the area known as Tin Pan Alley, as the block that birthed much of the great American songbook. At the turn of the century in America, the Wright brothers made their first successful flight. Jack London wrote Call of the Wild. Henry Ford started his motor company, and thousands of people escaped small apartments in big cities to see the amazing acts at vaudeville. Vaudeville's variety shows were the most popular form of live entertainment in the US from the 1880s to 1920s. Comedians, singers, plate spinners, ventriloquists, dancers, musicians, acrobats, and animal trainers showed the cultural diversity of early 20th century America. For many, vaudeville was the first exposure to the cultures of people living just right down the street. With performers such as Abbott and Costello, Bob Hope, and George Burns and Gracie Allen, the vaudeville scene was the starting point for much of what would become Hollywood. This month's theme of American classic songs coincides with Thanksgiving, a national holiday in November, as we are grateful for our American musical heritage. The song, the Thanksgiving Prayer, also known as We Gather Together, was a favorite among Dutch immigrants to America in the 1630s and is now America's Thanksgiving hymn. The song expressed gratitude and hope for a better life in the New World. Historians long considered the first Thanksgiving to have taken place in 1621, when the Mayflower Pilgrims who founded Plymouth Colony in Massachusetts sat down for a meal with the natives. On October 3rd, 1789, President George Washington declared Thursday, November 26th, as a day of public thanksgiving, marking the first national celebration of a holiday that has become commonplace in today's households. On December 26, 1941, Congress passed a law making Thanksgiving on the 4th Thursday of November. Let's sing the Thanksgiving prayer to remember the holiday and the reason for the season of gratitude. My song arrangement uses 2 waltz strum, the thumb pluck pluck, and the thumb strum up in the key of F with 6 chords. So we start, change up strum the last time, and then our ending. We gather together to ask the Lord's blessing. He chastens and hastens His will to make known. The wicked oppressing now cease to be distressing. Sing praises to His name, for He forgets not His own. Beside us to guide us, our God with us joining, ordaining, maintaining His kingdom divine. So from the beginning, the fighting we were winning. The Lord was at our side, and all the glory be thine. We all do extol Thee, Thou leader triumphant, and pray that Thou still our defender wilt be. Let Thy congregation escape all tribulation. Thy name be ever praised. In glory, Lord, make us free. Thy name be ever praised. In glory, Lord, make us free. Yay. This song came upon the American scene through its publication in Baltimore, Maryland in 1844, the same year in which Samuel Morse demonstrated his wireless to the United States Congress. Vive La Compagnie first burst of popularity was among college students, and it has since appeared in many college songbooks. When students wished to honor someone, they substituted that person's name for company in the lyric. The song was also frequently performed by Maryland cadets at the brand new Naval Academy, which came into being in 1845. This robust song has gained in popularity for over a century. I found the image here of a CD for sale that was on Amazon. The lyrics, Vive La Compagnie, mean long live companionship and good fellowship. The lyrics, Vive l'amour, means long live love. My song arrangement uses the 4 strum in the key of F with 5 chords. Starts, chorus, second verse, chorus, third verse, and then the end. Let every good fellow not fill up his glass. Vive la compagnie, and drink to the health of our glorious class. Vive la compagnie, vive la, vive la, vive l'amour, vive la, vive la, vive l'amour, vive l'amour, vive l'amour, vive la compagnie. Come fill up your glasses, I'll give you a toast. Vive la compagnie, our health to our dear and our worthy host. Vive la compagnie, vive la, vive la, vive l'amour, vive la, vive la, vive l'amour, vive l'amour, vive l'amour, vive la compagnie. Since all of good humor are toast so free, vive la compagnie. I hope it will please you to drink now with me. Vive la compagnie, vive la, vive la, vive l'amour, vive la, vive la, vive l'amour, vive l'amour, vive l'amour, vive la compagnie. Yay! Can you imagine toasting with a drink? Okay. The song, Old Susanna, was written in 1847 by Stephen Foster when he was only 20 years old. Known as the father of American music, Foster composed more than 200 songs, many of which remain popular today. Inspired by blackface minstrel groups he encountered while working for his brother in Cincinnati, Foster wrote Old Susanna in the minstrel tradition. The word minstrel came from medieval Europe and described any type of entertainer. But in America, it meant entertainers who sang songs and played musical instruments at the time. Susanna was published by Peters and Field, a local music store, but a New York publisher pirated the song, publishing it under the name E.P. Christie. The song quickly gained popularity by means of Christie's minstrels in Manhattan. The first public performance of Old Susanna was with banjo accompaniment in 1847, and the audience loved it. The song became a favorite with the minstrels and was later used in films. Old Susanna is considered the first minstrel song to enter the middle-class market. My arrangement uses the humdinger strum in the key of C with 6 chords. Start, goes on, and on, and on, and on, and then we end. Okay? Wolly, Doodle is a fun folk song popular since the mid-1800s and one of the most performed songs of the black-faced minstrels. Every troupe sang it and audiences loved it. Just before the Civil War, this song was heard in every theater, on every riverboat, and in every town. During the 1880s, the song became one of the most favorites among college glee clubs. And from the 1890s to this day, it has been on the preferred list of barber shop quartets. For nearly a century, most songbooks have included Polly Wolly Doodle. And today it is one of the all-American nonsense songs. I found this image on a 1948 CD disc. And a while ago, Rich and I were watching TV, an old movie, and they had this song in it. And it was so neat and so upbeat and catchy. I said, oh, I gotta arrange that and figure it out. So here you go. So my arrangement is in the humdinger strum in the key of C with 3 chords. So we're just going to sing 3 of the 6 verses that are found in the American Song Treasury. So we have the verse, chorus, verse, chorus, 3rd verse, and last time, and end. I've been working on the railroad is a folk song about frontier life and is the granddaddy of all railroad songs. The first steam locomotive was produced in Great Britain in 1804 and first appeared in America in 1826 near Quincy, Massachusetts. Working men sang this song as they laid railroad track across the country during the westward expansion. By 1881, the song was already popular over most of America's 38 states. The first published version appeared as the Levee Song in 1900. The Someone's in the Kitchen with Dinah section, with its different melody, is an older song that has been absorbed into the song I've Been Working on the Railroad. Dinah was a generic name for a slave woman. The melody may have been adopted from the song Goodnight Ladies, written in 1847 by E.P. Christie. My song arrangement uses the 4-hand strum and tom-tom strum in the key of C with 6 chords. So we start, continue, change up strum for Dinah, last time, and then our ending. Okay, this medley combines the choruses of 3 songs from the gay 90s. The gay 90s were that joyful period from the 1890s to early 1900s when America was transitioning from the stark Victorian era to an easygoing new century with industrial development. The song Daisy Bell, often called Bicycle Built for Two, was composed by British composer Harry Dockwra in 1892, after he moved to New York the year earlier, when bicycling was a national craze. The song is said to be inspired by King Edward VI's mistress, Daisy Greville, Countess of Warwick. When Dockwra came to America, he had to pay a hefty import fee to transport his bicycle. His friend, songwriter William Jerome, joked, "It's lucky you didn't bring a bicycle built for two, otherwise you'd have to pay double duty." Dockwra was moved by the phrase, "bicycle built for two," and penned the song around it. The lyrics for the second verse were listed on a classical music website by BBC Music Magazine. The song Sidewalks of New York, often called East Side, West Side, was composed by vaudeville singer Charles Lawler and his friend James Blake in 1894. The song is considered New York City's unofficial city anthem. During New York's World's Fair of 1939, the musical phrase, boys and girls together, was heard on automobile horns. The song In My Merry Oldsmobile was composed by vaudeville showman Gus Edwards with lyrics by Vincent Bryan in 1905. As the story goes, the American automobile was new, having been invented in 1892, and auto sales were slow. So Ransom Olds sent 2 Oldsmobiles from Detroit cross-country to the Lewis and Clark Exposition in Portland, Oregon, to gain public respect for the automobile and to open new markets for his own product. There were no automobile roads in those days, so the arduous trip took over mud and rugged terrain aroused national interest as newspapers, remember those newspapers, real newspapers, gave the story daily coverage. The mission was completed in 44 days, and America cheered. The song was directly inspired by this achievement and public interest. Ransom Olds succeeded in making the nation automobile conscious, and the song became the unpaid-for commercial for Oldsmobile. My arrangement uses 2 waltz strums, the thumb strum up for the first and third songs, and the chicken pluck pluck for the second song, all in the key of C with 7 chords. So we start, and this is the answer. And then we go to the Sidewalks of New York, change strum. And then it goes to Merry Oldsmobile, and then last time and end.
For the
I found it interesting when I found it. Okay. So now, the song, Bill Bailey, Won't You Please Come Home, written by Huey Cannon in 1902, tells a familiar story. Bill Bailey was said to have been a performer in the American Music Hall who liked to drink excessively and pursue women other than his wife. Eventually, his wife kicked him out. So that is why Bill Bailey will not come home. He thinks his wife is all done with him. Huey Cannon was a performer and composer who played piano for many vaudeville acts and minstrel shows. The style was ragtime, a uniquely American syncopated musical genre that began as dance music with its lively and sprigging music that enjoyed its peak popularity between the late 1890s and 1918 in the African American communities in the South and Midwest. The word minstrel came from medieval Europe and described any type of entertainer, but in America it meant entertainers who sang songs and played musical instruments, not exclusively a black-faced performer. My arrangement uses the humdinger strum in the key of C with 11 chords and a fun picking progression at the end. Starts, goes, goes, the last time, and the fun ending, I love you so. That's how it goes for those of you that play ukulele. Okay. Now for a medley of 3 moon-related Tin Pan Alley songs that were performed at the Ziegfeld Follies, a series of elaborate theatrical productions in New York City from 1907 to 1931. These songs became pop standards and continue to be performed and recorded in the 21st century. The song, By the Light of the Silvery Moon, was composed by Gus Edwards with lyrics by Edward Madden in 1909 and first performed on stage in the Ziegfeld Follies of that year. The song has been used in many television shows and motion pictures. The song Shine on Harvest Moon was composed by the married vaudeville team of Nora Baines and Jack Norworth, which they debuted to great acclaim in the Ziegfeld Follies of 1908. In April 1944, Warner Brothers released a biographical movie about Baines and Norworth titled Shine on Harvest Moon, as pictured here. The song Moonlight Bay, also known as On Moonlight Bay, was composed by Percy Wenrich with lyrics by Edward Madden in 1912 and gained prominence in the Ziegfeld Follies of 1915. In 1951, the song was featured in the film On Moonlight Bay, sung by Doris Day and Gordon McRae. Bing Crosby and Gary Crosby recorded their duet of the song also in 1951, and it reached number 14 in the Billboard charts. My song arrangement uses the I Wanna Rest or Chuck Strum in the keys of D to C with 13 chords. Yikes, some people say. Well, you know, I like to say, the prettier the song, probably the more chords there are. Okay. So we start out by the light of the moon. Continues. Oh, and I should mention, feel free, you see the parts with the parenthesis, that's the echo. So if you want to echo really loudly, that would be great. And then we go to Shine on Harvest Moon, and we do this one twice exactly as you see it. Then we go to Moonlight Bay and just do Moonlight Bay once and end. Okay? 3, 4. popular medley that combines two party songs written in 1883 and 1927. The song, The Beer Barrel Polka, also known as Roll Up the Barrel, was originally a Czechoslovakian song written in 1927 and made popular by the Andrew sisters in 1939. The polka is a bohemian dance that originated in the mid-19th century and quickly gained popularity, spreading all over the world, from Poland to Paris to Peru. The dance gained a resurgence in popularity during and after World War II, when immigrants from Eastern Europe flooded the United States. Oops. Where's my foot here? Oh, I see. The song There Is a Tavern in the Town was written by William Hillis and first published in 1883 with 3 verses. The song began when college glee clubs were popular and was historically sung by young males bonding with the age of drink. I found this image on the right of a 1939 vintage sheet music for sale on Amazon. My song arrangement uses the humdinger strum in the key of F with 5 chords. So we start out with the first one, Roll Out the Barrel, and we go to Tavern in the Town. And the last time we return to Roll Out the Barrel with a fun shape and a haircut, 2 bits ending. The Ziegfeld Follies was the Irish-American song Peg in My Heart, written by American songwriters Fred Fisher with lyrics by Alfred Bryan in 1913. The song was inspired by the main character in the very successful Broadway play at the time, Peg in My Heart, that debuted in 1912 in New York City and starred Lorette Taylor in the title role. Taylor appeared on the cover of early published sheet music, as pictured here. The most notable version since the first recording of the song was by the American harmonica-based group Jerry Murad's Harmonicats, whose 1947 recording sold over 1 million copies within 3 years, reaching #1 on the U.S. Billboard chart. My song arrangement uses the I Wanna Rest of Chuck Strum in the key of F with 17 chords. This is why I call this the challenge song. So remember, the prettier the song, the harder it is to play. So don't worry about it. Remember, this is a sing-along, so sing out your heart for Peg of My Heart. Okay? Remind myself what I'm doing here. Okay. So it starts, goes, and ends. Just sing. 3, 4, 1. Think of my heart, I love you, will never part, for I love you, dear little girl, sweet little girl, sweeter than the rose of paradise, the shamrock would be sharing. Think of my heart, your glances, my Irish heart, and chances come be my own, come you're my own and I are. Think of my heart, I love you, will never part, for I love you, dear little girl, sweet little girl, sweeter than the rose of paradise, the shamrock would be sharing. Think of my heart, your glances, my Irish heart, and chances come be my own, come you're my own and I Isn't that pretty? Now to a medley of songs with looking themes that were popular in the gay 90s. The song I Want a Girl Just Like the Girl That Married Your Old Dad was composed by Harry Von Tilzer and William Dillon in 1911 and became a barbershop quartet standard. This image of the sheet music cover was taken in 1911. The song was one of the most popular of that year, bested only by Alexander's Ragtime Band by Irving Berlin. We'll sing the chorus only. The song I'm Looking Over a Four-Leaf Clover was composed by Mort Dixon and Harry M. Woods in 1927. This image of the sheet music cover was taken that year. The song is perhaps most associated with Merry Melodies, an American animated comedy short film series that was part of the Looney Tunes franchise and distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures from 1931 to 1969 during the golden age of American animation. My song arrangement uses the humdinger strum in the keys of F to D with 13 chords. Goes, and then we go to I'm Looking Over. Last time and in. 3, 4. twenties, that were written by the same composer, Milton Ager, with lyrics by Jack Yellen. Ager and Yellen were elected members in the Songwriters Hall of Fame, an organization founded in 1969 by songwriter Johnny Mercer and music publishers to honor those whose work represents the most beloved songs from the world's most popular songbook. The 1920s were called the Roaring Twenties because it was a period of significant economic prosperity, rapid cultural change, and a general sense of exuberant optimism, which is often associated with the imagery of a roar, signifying a lively and energetic time in society. This era saw the rise of jazz music, flapper fashion, and new technologies, contributing to the feeling of excitement in America. The song Happy Days Are Here Again was published in 1929. Recorded by Leo Reisman and his orchestra, the song is probably best remembered as the campaign song for Franklin Delano Roosevelt's successful 1932 presidential campaign. According to Time magazine, the song gained prominence after a spontaneous decision by Roosevelt's advisors to play it at the 1932 Democratic National Convention, and then it became the Democratic Party's unofficial theme song for years to come. The song is also associated with the repeal of Prohibition, which occurred shortly after Roosevelt's election, when there were signs all around town saying, "Happy days are beer again," and so on. The song Ain't She Sweet was published in 1927. Milton Ager wrote it for his daughter, Shauna. My song arrangement uses the tom-tom, and I want to rest strums in the key of F with 10 chords. So we start happy. Go. We switch to Ain't She Sweet. There goes. Changes strum, changes back, keeps going, and then we have the ending.
Happy days are here again.
has a timeless message. The song When You're Smiling was composed by Larry Shaw, Mark Fisher, and Joe Goodwin in 1928. The lyrics and music of the song entered the public domain in the United States in 2024. Louis Armstrong's version was one of the popular early recordings in 1929 as he brought the improvisational solo to the forefront of a jazz piece. Jazz is generally characterized by swing and blues, call and response vocals, and improvisation. The Jazz Age, also known as the Roaring Twenties, was an era of American history that began after the First World War and ended with the onset of the Great Depression in 1929. However, the era's social and cultural legacy lives on and still influences American life today. My arrangement uses the humdinger strum in the key of D with 8 chords. So it starts, goes, the last time, and in. You forgot. Okay.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel for ukulele lessons, music, and stories related to the songs. Are you having fun yet? See below to watch videos on my playlists. Have fun as you watch, listen, play the ukulele Mele way. Aloha from Maui. I am Mele Fong.